If you are a coach or service provider who's wondering which marketing channels to double down on in 2026, especially if you're tired of chasing Instagram trends or dancing for the algorithm, this video is for you. If we haven't met yet, my name is Ashley. I'm a systems and automations expert, and on this channel, I help coaches and service providers use Airtable to make their business feel simple, scalable, and easy to run, especially when it comes to tracking client results and keeping all of your business backend organized. So there's so much on this channel devoted to that, so definitely go poke around after this video. But this is a very special episode of a series I call Ashley Stays in Her Lane, where I bring in experts outside of my expertise and bring you things that I think are really important for entrepreneurs to know about that aren't necessarily my area of expertise. And the thing I'm really excited to talk about today is YouTube as a marketing channel. So I have seen profound value of having my own YouTube channel. You're watching this now. I am a YouTuber now. I really believe that in 2026, every established coach, consultant, and service provider should be treating YouTube like a core marketing asset and not like a someday project that they want to start a YouTube channel or they want to revive that channel that they tried. I don't want you to treat it like an afterthought. I really want you to prioritize it in 2026 because it really is like the easiest, really honestly, the easiest platform and the most reliable, and just like the one that I think if you put an hour into YouTube, you will see dividends that you can't see if you put an hour into TikTok or Instagram. So if you're looking for the most bang for your buck, it's definitely YouTube. And while I believe that, I know I'm not the person to teach it. So even though you're literally watching me on YouTube right now, we are bringing in YouTube expert Jamar Diggs. Jamar is who I learned everything from. I am a member inside of his membership, the Low Lift Club. If you want to check that out, I highly recommend. All the links are in the comments below. Jamar is a YouTube consultant who helps coaches, consultants, and service providers turn YouTube into their most reliable lead generation system. He's worked with big brands, but he also specializes in helping entrepreneurs just like you and me create strategic videos that attract problem-aware clients who are ready to hire you. I have a full case study video with Jamar about all the ways that he's helped me. I'll link those below. But in this conversation, we're specifically talking about why YouTube beats every other platform for coaches and service providers in 2026, how YouTube can actually be low lift, even if editing and showing up live is your worst nightmare, what low lift actually looks like in practice when it comes to social media and marketing, what kind of niches do really well on YouTube, and how just 2 strategic videos a month can outperform all of the random reels that you're trying to crank out on other platforms. If you want YouTube to be an evergreen sales asset for your business and you're watching this thinking, I would love to have a channel someday, my hope is that this episode inspires you to actually take action and launch that channel. Join Jamar's Low Lift Club. We talk about it in this episode, which I truly think is the best place for you to go to launch or revive your channel. If you have any questions about the Low Lift Club or how YouTube can help you, feel free to DM me on Instagram or drop a comment below and I will happily point you in the right direction. All right, let's dive in. Awesome. Well, hi, Jamar. I gave everybody an intro to you, but before we dive in, go ahead and tell people who you are and who you help and what you do.
Hello, everyone. My name is Jamar Diggs. I am a YouTube marketing consultant, and I help coaches, consultants, and service pros leverage YouTube to get more leads and sales into their sales pipeline. I really do focus on the CEO for YouTube versus the content creator model for YouTube. And so we do not care as much about getting a crap ton of like views and brand deals and stuff, although that can come when you follow the process. We really focus on getting people to hire us for our services, buy our products, and join our programs.
Yes, and Jamar, I mean, the reason why you're watching this on YouTube and why I'm on YouTube is because of Jamar. I will link in the description just the amazing case study that I have with Jamar. And truly, like, I have VIP day clients. I only have about 880 subscribers on this channel. But even though, I mean, even back then, I've had like 100 and I still had clients, like VIP day clients banging down on my door being like, how do I work with you? I saw you on YouTube. And I ghosted YouTube for like years. And the videos that I made with Jamar, like back years ago, are the things that they saw to want to become clients of mine. So I am an amazing like case study. That's why I brought Jamar here, because I'm staying in my lane of systems and automations and operations. But I really believe that every business owner in 2026 should be on YouTube. And I was like, I'm not the one to talk about this. Jamar is. So I'm really excited that you're here.
I'm so happy to be here too. And like I love this series that you're doing. I'm just obsessed with it. So I'm like, yes, let's yap together, honey.
Yes, amazing. Okay, so as people are thinking about 2026, and if it's in 2026 now, everybody's trying to figure out what marketing platforms they should be on because there are a lot of them, and we always want to be in like all of the places all of the time. So people are on Instagram, TikTok, email, Threads, LinkedIn, podcasting. Why do you think that YouTube is the best channel for coaches, service providers, agency owners in 2026?
It is one of the it's one of the best platforms that you could leverage as a for sure like content asset for your business. It's something that just compounds over time. Like literally you could just make your video one time and it will last you for months and years. And so it's actually one of those platforms that allow you to be your most lazy self if you really want to, right? While still having like a really good impact and still being able to show up online however way you want to, right? But you still on the back end, you have a system working for you, bringing in new people into your email list and hopping into your sales funnels. And so it's such a great tool for leveraging that search engine. Really, it's like the search engine is like no other because it is the second largest search engine owned by the first, which is Google. And so they work together. And so no other platform is allowing you to have this level of visibility.
Why do you think, and I'm sure that you see this all the time because I know you're active on Threads and you're active on Instagram, and you see other business owners who are marketing solely on Instagram or Threads and treat YouTube like this bigger later project? Why do you think people treat it like this like big project, and why should they be prioritizing it now?
Yeah, the reason why is because it's kind of like it's two different platforms, right? It has two different spirits, if you will, right? So um so I call something like an attraction based platform versus a community based platform. And the community based platforms give you that dopamine hit immediately. You know, your efforts are immediately validated. Not to like throw shade, but like that's kind of what happens. And so you keep on doing it because you see the tangible kind of result right then and there. But when it comes to YouTube, you do got to put in some work. And even though maybe you have less views than what you would get on an Instagram reel or something like that, the view from YouTube is much more valuable, right? And
Yeah.
so it kind of has that less is more mentality. But if you're new, you don't really know, you don't really get it, you don't really know. And so it should definitely be a priority like now for them if they want to kind of have that balance, so to speak.
I would say from my personal experience, and if y'all could like use me as a cautionary tale slash inspiration, because I wish that I just kept going with YouTube. Who knows where my business would be if I did? But I remember I hired Jamar as like a done for you, like he was my editor, you know, with all these things. Editing was the biggest barrier that I had to being consistent with YouTube. That was like number one. I was like, well, I can do an ugly reel or like an ugly Instagram story and nobody cares because it's supposed to be like that. And also, it's going to go away. And so I was like, my energy levels and efforts are just more suited to other social media platforms right now. And that's like why I stopped posting on YouTube for years. And so if you are there, I want to share with you a strategy that Jamar teaches that changed my life and just like really, really helped me. And that was YouTube lives. So Jamar was like, all y'all are complaining about editing and can't find an editor or don't know how to use the script. Like, shut up, go live, no editor needed. And you did this challenge, and it like totally like reinvigorated my like desire to do YouTube because I was like, oh, it really can be this easy. But also like those still get me views, opt-ins, like even these totally, and you call your YouTube membership the low lift club. And so for somebody who I know their barrier is the editing, is like feeling like you need to be perfect on YouTube, how do you really make YouTube actually low lift and something that a busy business owner can do?
Mm, great question. So it's literally in the mindset of things, to be quite honest with you. Um, YouTube becomes low lift if you step into your expert hat and understand that you that your brain is the star. It's not about you. These people don't even know you. You know what I'm saying? So do they even care that you don't have like a $600 camera that you're shooting with, or that you don't have like the mic and things like that? As long as they can hear you and see you, that's all that matters, because they are searching for solutions. These people need help. I don't know if you've ever like been in need. You have never been criticizing someone's shoes if they needed to give you something. You know what I'm saying? And so it's one of those things where YouTube becomes low lift if you get rid of like that mindset trash and just really understand that like you are there to serve people who need your help, and the only way for you to be seen by them is to help them.
Yeah.
Is to help them, right? But to make things a little bit more tangible too is like I help my members spend only literally 1 hour a week up on any type of YouTube activity. So things like making sure that you only need to do 2 videos a month to see any traction like going, like just 2 videos. You don't gotta post every week. You could do YouTube lives for all I care, right? And lives are actually like the cheat code, but nobody is listening to me these days. But in finding out those forcing functions that help you get it done is really important. That's kind of what we explore inside the club too. Is like, because everyone is different, but there's so many different ways to leverage YouTube, that some people do, and you have really gone all in up on lives that I freaking love. But there's so many different ways that make it possible for different people on different lifestyles to actually make it happen. And so some people use it as a forcing function to just like either go live to like no one, and then they use that as the edited video. Like that's happened sometimes. And so it really is just a whole plethora of things, but really it comes down to mindset and making sure that you are positioning yourself as not as important as your brain.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's a good thing to point out too, because I think like we could spend more time, but I don't necessarily think we need to, about like why YouTube is the best channel. It's like we all know, like it's got good SEO, it's way longer lasting. One YouTube video lasts way longer than an Instagram carousel. Like all that data is here, but it's like, how do I bring it? Like, how do I actually commit to it? How do I not let it be something that I launch and then like I fall off of? And figuring out what your like minimum viable is, that's actually something that I just did with my team. We're recommitting to YouTube in like 2025 to 2026, like all the way. And I was like, our non-negotiable is one YouTube video a week. And I'm like, and so I'm banking these like Ashley stays in her lane interviews. And I was like, and then if I have nothing on a Tuesday, I'm going live at 10 a.m. I was like, I'm going to go live. Like, it's my backup, my safety net plan. So just being able to commit to, I know I would need to get a YouTube video up. It doesn't have to be perfect. I could be yapping to nobody. It doesn't matter if there's 0 people on your YouTube live. You're just doing it so you can get the video up, and that muscle memory of just committing to the platform you said you were going to commit to. That skill set and that mindset of committing to your social platforms will help you regardless of the social platform you choose, but you should be choosing YouTube in 2026 because of its longevity. Tell me about, I'm curious when you said like, oh, these people are hurting and they're looking for solutions. I know some of my people will be like, well, I'm a lawyer. Like, is anybody YouTubing lawyer advice? Like, they're probably just going to ChatGPT, or like what niches do you think work particularly well on YouTube? And is there any that you think don't work well for YouTube?
Oh my God, Ashley, you just hit something that I think you just triggered the fuck out of me. No, I'm kidding. So everything starts with a search. Even when you're a lawyer, like, oh my gosh, before someone even knows if they should have a conversation with an expert, they're searching to understand, like, is this really a problem? Should this be something that I should be looking more into? They're not trying to make the decision per se. They're trying to figure out if you are the person that they need to consult with, you know? And so, and then in this whole idea that, oh, everyone's using ChatGPT, like we should. we should just like, who's using YouTube when they have chat? And the beauty of this is that, how do you think chat is getting their information?
Yeah.
Chat is using Google information, right? And YouTube videos. So there's so many times where your YouTube videos can be pulled into Chat GPT in order to answer queries, right? Same thing for your website. And so when it comes to that question of like, well, is there an industry that doesn't work? The answer is no. It works for all industries. You just have to know what type of content you should be making. Like, not everyone should be doing a how-to video. Like you're not trying to do like how to win a case or how to get away with murder. You know what I'm saying? You're not trying to like make that, but there's other things that there's other angles and other strategic videos that you have to do. Sorry, my cat.
That's okay. Jesse.
Girl. Anyway, there's other strategic videos that you have to do in order to attract that person. So really understanding who you're trying to target and who is your ideal client is going to do such a service to you in this round, because now you know exactly what they are looking for, exactly what they need, what questions they have, what are those questions that they have to like have up on your application, or that you have people DMing you about all the time. Those are probably key questions that should be YouTube videos that people are searching for on Google before they even come to you in your DMs.
Yeah, and I think that's another layer of why so many entrepreneurs get overwhelmed with YouTube as well, is because there's the actual editing part that they think is too hard, but then there's also like, what is like, I want to make sure it's the most strategic. It's like, it's a very all or nothing. I think when somebody wants to commit to a platform like YouTube, like if I can't do it perfectly, if I don't have a set, y'all look at my videos. They are the most like awful lighting background things, and I make so much money on my YouTube videos. They could be ugly, okay? But like there's so much of the editing is a barrier, but then also figuring out like, what should my hook be, what is like, what's a good YouTube video. And I know inside of the Low Lift Club, your membership, you talk about strategies. So can you kind of, without giving everything away and going too deep into it, like what should people be looking at when it comes to like developing a YouTube strategy that works for their niche?
Yeah, so it would first start out with what you're selling, right? And so it kind of doesn't even matter. I don't care what niche you're in. I care more about what you're selling, because the way
Yep.
that you would approach something as a coach or a consultant is way different than how you would approach something as a done for you service provider. And that's one of the biggest mistakes that someone makes, is that we are in the industry or in like a world where there is like this attack on how to videos. My God, there is just an attack on them. But really, what's happening is that the wrong people are making the how to videos, and they are not seeing the results, because they are becoming these accidental mentors, where
Mm,
they have literally just how to themselves into a mentorship by teaching someone that's less qualified to them how to do their job so they can go
yep.
out and work with someone else doing the same thing, when really they had no business doing that, right? And so it really starts back at what do you do? And then from there, you're kind of building that bridge on what kind of content helps get them closer and closer to making that decision to feel safe with working with you. And that looks like a few different video types, like answering questions, shifting their perspectives, combating a few objections that they may have, and then showing them proof and possibility in the transformation that you actually like solve. And so having that whole combination of types of videos just on rinse and repeat on your channel is the key to success here. It doesn't matter what industry you're in.
Yeah, let's use a tangible example. And then the one that comes to mind is like an OBM. So if you are an OBM and you're trying to reach out to like book multi six figure CEO clients,
Hmm.
as that multiple six figure CEO client who's looking for an OBM, I'm not going to be watching your like ClickUp dashboards tutorial, or like if you were selling ClickUp dashboards and tutorials, that would be a great video to make probably. But if
Hmm.
you were an OBM trying to get high ticket clients through YouTube, what are like some of the examples that you would say of someone should have for videos like that? I have some ideas, but I'm curious what you are
Hmm.
from like the expertise.
Well, I'm immediately thinking about what they care about the most. Like they are looking at the end goal in mind, right? So we should be making videos that are hitting on that end goal. So like, what do you need to do to like grow your team, scale, increase capacity? Like what are some of those things in order to prepare for launches, marketing, client management, right? And so, for example, you can do something to where it's like, this is gonna be so fucking basic and I fucking hate it, but let's just go with it. How to like how to um how to grow, or how to grow your business without hiring too much of your team, or like how to how to grow the business without hiring too many team members, right? And
Hmm.
so that's where you're really just trying to put on your strategy hat. Like you're trying to be positioned as the strategy partner. And so instead of actually, so yes, so here's the trick that I just said that I just did. The how to, you're not in this how to, you're not really showing them step one, make sure you're doing this. It's more so the thought process around that so that they can
Yep.
see you as a like partner around, okay, you know a lot about hiring, you know a lot about making sure that you're hiring the right people to help you get to your revenue goal, or to get to your business goal, right? And so positioning the video like that, it's more so around what are you putting in the video, right? And so positioning yourself as that thought partner is what I would do if I was an OBM, um, trying to find people that want to hire me to help them scale their team in the best way possible.
Yeah, and I think if you start with that end in mind, because what I love about you and your work and why you're like the best person for entrepreneurs on YouTube is like you're not like the goal is not to monetize or get ad revenue or get more subscribers. It's like how do we get you more clients? And when you start to create your content through that lens, the types of videos that you want to make, your scripts are very different, what your call to action is in the video, all of that centers around like, okay, if you're an OBM and you want to get sales calls, we're not going to make a ClickUp tutorial video. We're going to do like like five signs you know you're ready to hire an OBM or something like that. So they're like, okay,
Hmm.
I'm ready. Now I'm going to book a call. That path to book a call is so much easier. So many times on my channel or when people book a sales call, they're like, I have binged your channel. I've watched everything. I just have a couple more questions before I say yes. And now I'm like, okay, what are those questions? So now I'm going to make more YouTube videos so they have less questions. But there's
Exactly.
there's these like people will binge these like this playlist of videos, and Jamar actually teaches like what you should have in a playlist and what types of videos and objections, like kind of almost like a funnel in itself, a YouTube funnel.
Mhm.
So it's really easy for you to get people from like lead, not knowing who you are, you looking for something on YouTube, getting into your sales funnel, and then taking it from there. So if you have the right strategy, it really can be low lift. You set up that video one time and it really is working for you for years to come.
Yes, and then on top of that, so that's just the evergreen aspect of it. But we all know that we're on other social media platforms too, and I want everyone to consider YouTube as a asset to their sales strategy too. Like there's so many times where you should be able to share this video with someone that is in your DMs, or you find them up on threads answering a question, sorry, or you find them on on threads asking a question that your video that you just did 6 months ago can answer,
Yep.
right? So there you go. Like it can, you can leverage this in so many different ways, and I want you to see it as an asset.
Yeah, and that's something that I do all the time. We have an Airtable versus channel, and it's Airtable versus ClickUp, Airtable versus Notion. Some of those videos are 2 years old, and people are like, "Hey, I use ClickUp," and I'm just like, just send them a link in my DMs, and it's great. And then they're like, "Oh, Ashley has a YouTube channel. Oh, let me binge more." And so being able to do that instead of creating a 30-90 second reel that you have to go dig for that like isn't generating much traction for you,
Mhm.
because it's so smart to have a YouTube channel, even if it is just like a very basic you sitting here and being like, here's the difference between YouTube and TikTok, whatever. Like you would just have those, like, think of it as you're building an asset bank that you can send to other people. That can also get you out of that, like, feeling like it has to be optimized and perfect and highly strategic. It's like, we record videos all the damn time as entrepreneurs. You just record one and you put it out. And like, even if it's not as like hook. I don't know, maybe that's not necessarily your feedback, Jamar, what you would say, but I'm like, just the muscle memory of like getting it out
Mhm.
there and perfect it afterwards, but get the muscle memory of posting
Mhm.
really helps me then be able to be like, okay, I think I am ready to like look at my lighting, or I am ready to like play around with more SEO descriptions instead of
Mhm.
feeling like I have to do everything perfectly before I post my first video.
Yeah, I think that is for sure a avenue to go, because what ends up happening is we all get stuck on different things, right? And so figuring out what is your journey, what is your journey, honey, like, and lean into that. Because one thing that you don't want is to focus so much on equipment that you don't make any videos at all, right? Or
Yep.
you're so focusing up on making sure that you have the right title or the right script or the right whatever, and you don't do anything, right? And so I love your mentality around, because I think this was something that you mentioned to had mentioned before, to where you was like, I needed to get in the habit first, and then we'll do level two,
Yep.
right? And I think that's such a smart way to approach it, because the habit is so important. Once you can get through the habit, then you can open up your brain to learn more stuff.
Yeah, and I think like the whole concept of anything in your business being low lift, I love that it's called the low lift club, is like you have to be relatively uh not a perfectionist. The more you release perfection in every part of your business, the faster you will grow, because you're just like, you could spend 10 hours on one YouTube video, or you could be low lift, you could get the mindset right, you could record the video quickly, edit it quickly like Jamar teaches you, and get a video out in an hour. And you save 9 hours of that perfection, overthinking, all of those things. And then you could work, that could be nine, you could have made 10 videos for the time of one. And like you can really see your effort start to compound once you kind of get that mindset of like, it can be low lift, it can be easy. And I think that just the name of joining the low lift club is like, it can be easy. And like, if it's easy, then like it makes you move faster.
Yeah, and then the easier that it is, or the faster that it can get for you, the easier it can be, and you start seeing the results.
Yep.
We have members in the club that literally are now taking time off from YouTube because they had to focus on things, because they're getting too many like leads inside of it's so funny to where they they like come back from like not doing any like strategy reviews, and then they're like, hey, sorry, I've been busy, I took a break, but guess what, I made money, and also half of my email subscribers for the month came from YouTube, thank you. And I'm like, oh,
Yep.
that's perfect, right? And
Yeah.
so once you are in the motion of doing these things, you start creating content that is compounding even when you're gone.
Yeah. What trends, let's talk about like trends, future predicting for 2026. Is there anybody who maybe has been doing YouTube for a while that you'd say like, hey, here's something that is on the horizon, something to look out for? I'm curious what your thoughts are about YouTube Shorts. I know that those have been
Mhm.
something that you've had thoughts about. What's going on with YouTube Shorts? Is that a place to focus your energy? Is it still long form is the best? Like what general like trends and predictions are you seeing for YouTube in 2026?
So I'm seeing that shorts are cool for a little extra visibility, if you will. Sometimes people may go over and watch your long form video, but at the same time, for smaller channels, I'm very hesitant on empowering them to do shorts, because I want their focus to be on the long form. I mean, everything that we just said now, you think I want to throw a wrench into the strategy and have them do all these shorts? Not really, because the conversion happens with the long form content. The shorts just may help some people come over, right? So just today I did a strategy review, and um we had their audiences were split, right, between people that only watch shorts and only versus only watched long form videos, and there was a 13% um of people that watch them both. And
Mm,
so, depending on the channel size, that could either be good or bad. And if you are a new channel, that's kind of fucking bad. You know what I'm saying? You don't want that to happen. But for
yeah.
this channel, that meant that was like 4,000 people or 4,000 views that was watching both. So I'm like, okay, cool. You can continue doing shorts because like that's great because you only need like a couple in order to convert. But when you are a smaller channel, I would say, hey, chill out on shorts until you get to a more steady, bigger like following or like kind of traction, and then maybe you could play around with shorts. Just because they're easy doesn't mean that they're going to bring in the right type of person that could that you could work with now.
Yeah. So I think that my audience works best with like kind of like a little bit like they like rigid rules, and then they like to go against them a little bit. But what would so I my brain works with like, okay, I think everybody that is watching this, if you're a business owner, should be prioritizing YouTube over any other platform and getting 2 YouTube videos up a month. Is that your minimum? Like two a
Yep,
month feels
just two a
good?
month.
So if you can get 2 a month up, this is what I've started doing with my brain. I'm like, we do the 2 videos a month. After that, if I have capacity, if I don't, then like I did my marketing for the month. Like, but then we can like add on, and maybe that's we do an Instagram post. We do 3 Instagrams, but only after we've got the 2 YouTube videos done. And so we
Mhm.
have that core thing, and then we kind of like waterfall down like whatever is left over. I'm curious, what would so we have the 2 YouTube videos a month, but what type of like goals should people be setting around either, like maybe not views, but like the opt-ins from the YouTube channel? Like, should people be seeing 10% of their audience coming from their YouTube? Or like, what should somebody be working towards in the beginning stages to prove that their YouTube strategy and these 2 videos a month are working?
Yeah, so this is where the strategist brain comes in because I'm going to say, "Oh, girl, it just depends."
It depends. Yeah.
But this is a great moment to where I want to force everyone to look at their numbers, and this is going to be where I'm like, "Okay, you look at your own baseline and you compete with that because you have a different." Audience size, you have a different specialty, you have like there's so many different variables at play for me to just give like, oh, you should shoot for 10 email subscribers a month. And then for some people that's fucking bad. And for other ones, they're like, oh, okay, maybe. Right.
Yeah.
It just kind of depends. What you do want to see is you want to see an increase in your views coming from YouTube search. Okay, so I want to be able to see from my YouTube channel an increase in YouTube search traffic because that's going to be sustainable for me versus views from browse features and suggested. So that's kind of something that you
And
probably want to see in the back end.
does that mean like somebody in youtube.com is searching like Airtable client management, and then my video pops up and then they play that video? That's the step,
Yes.
like that's what you want to prioritize.
Yeah, that's what you
Okay.
want to prioritize. So that like just like the search friendliness of it all. Now, and then also you also want to see an increase in Google search traffic, right? So people coming in from Google search into your YouTube videos, right? And so when you see that, that's the first thing that I want people to work on because when you increase that, that means that you're hitting on something, that you're resonating with someone with people, and then they're going to be watching your videos. And then from there, I want to make sure that people are watching at least 30 to 40% of your video because if that's
Mm-hmm.
the case, um, you have a better chance at having them get your call to action, right?
Cool.
So it's kind of meta. So
Yep.
it's but it's not. I can't say 15% subscriber. I can't really say that.
But that's helpful to see, just like to know like what to look for, because there are so many metrics when it comes to social media of like what to look at and like what to care about. And like I haven't even thought about like, oh yeah, like if our YouTube search is improving month over month, but then our opt-ins are not improving month over month, then there's probably something going on with my call to action in the description or something like
Mhm.
that, being able to figure that out. So just being sure like you want people to be finding you. It's like like cold leads can find you. That's a really cool way to like just
Yes.
kind of track that. I also think what's helpful too is putting on. I think when we are trying out new social media platforms, we don't really commit and measure and treat it like a science experiment. And I think that
Yeah.
that is a great way to, there's so many metrics, like we just said, that you can track. It's like that you can really put on your scientist hat and be like, okay, I know I've been really committed to Instagram over the last year. Here's my metrics there. Not metrics of like, here's how many likes I get. We don't care. Like, how many new people are on your list. Like, using that. It's like, I got 10 leads in Instagram last month. Do I think that in 3 months I could start to match that energy over on YouTube, and like
Hmm.
figuring out like what is your traffic source that you're spending a lot of time on, and can you add in or pause the Instagram one, commit to YouTube for a little bit, because you have this, you have experts telling you it's the long term, it's like the long game, you've invested in it, it'll grow over time. Being
Hmm.
able to kind of put on that like that scientist experiment hat, I think is a good way to look at it too.
No, I 100% agree. I love the way that you said that, because if you do that, you're going to get to so many answers faster, right? Because if you're realizing, okay, people are asking me this question, just like how you just said earlier, like people are asking you questions about X, Y, and Z, and you're like, okay, that's great. Maybe I could make videos about that now and get to the sale faster, right? So maybe you can increase your conversions by creating more videos of whatever someone else is asking, and then putting it in a playlist, or putting it in like a funnel, if you will, of like getting it to collapse the time that it takes for someone to make that buying decision a little bit faster.
Yeah, yes, I think this is the way. I hope we've convinced you that like try YouTube in 2026. If you want to try YouTube in 2026, the only place that you should go and the only way you should even attempt this is not to do it on your own, but it really is to join the Low Lift Club. I remember when I first joined, I was blown away by the curriculum and how it was structured, and how you have this very clear roadmap on how to get somebody to launch or revive their YouTube channel. Can you walk people through one, like what the Low Lift Club is, like the purpose of it, and then what the first month or two looks like in the program?
Yeah, so the Lilith Club is a program, course, and community wrapped into one, where I give you consulting. It's basically like my little like consulting retainer on steroids, where in the first 90 days you're going to be able to launch or revive your channel. And in the first 3 months, you are creating your channel, focusing up on like the banner, and making sure that everything is good there, that is well optimized, so that even before you post any videos, you're ready to get more people up onto your email list. And then month two, we're really focusing up on the lead generation strategy, making sure that you can track your metrics, and making sure that your content strategy is there. So we're really focusing up on the video topics in that moment, like really building your YouTube funnel. And then month three is going to be when you are actually filming. So I give you everything that you could possibly need to script and film and edit your YouTube videos. I also have um, several YouTube AI assistants that make that job even more easier for you, so that you can take only about 11 minutes to script out your video, or to come up with your title, or any part of the YouTube process. It will take just a few minutes. And so you can really, most of the people, they complete this roadmap in 30 days, but but 90 days is what I just kind of am safe with, in case you have your own little journey, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, like, but the idea is just for you to feel really good about launching or reviving that channel, and then after that, giving you the consulting and support needed in order to make sure that we're fine tuning your strategy. So similar to what we just said earlier about like, well, what is your baseline? What are like what are your goals? We're working on that together. After you launch the channel, that's when the work begins, and that's when
Yeah.
we start digging to your analytics, and making sure that your strategy is hitting the goals that you want.
Yeah, and I just can't, the obviously the links and everything will be in the description, but truly like the Low Lift Club is so supportive and robust for the price point that it's at. Plug, it's because of Jamar uses a lot of the systems of stress systems to manage his clients, but as a client, I'm in there. I used the AI assistants yesterday to like help me with a title, and I also get to submit my video metrics to Jamar each month, and I get a video back of like, hey, it looks like this number is low, or try this next month, like actual consulting, like very strategic partnership for an incredibly low cost. And it's truly the best place to be if you want to focus on your YouTube for 2026. I have found like there's no other program better than this. And there's also just like Instagram feels like it's like fun and like you like popularity contests, like the TikTok, like, oh, I want to go viral on TikTok, or like, oh, this thing went viral. I don't care about that at all anymore. I'm just like, I just want money. Like, I want to help my clients. I want to meet the people who need my help. And that's the biggest thing, the biggest mindset I have for 2026 is like, I don't want to be a best kept secret anymore. And like, I want the people who need to find me are looking for my solution and they just don't know where to find me because the Instagram search is so tight and like people are looking on Google, chat, YouTube. I want to be in those places, and having a strategic YouTube channel that you actually can get videos out is the best way to do it. And the Low Lift Club is the only place I know that you can really do that in a way that's like as supportive as you are for the price point it's at.
Thank you so much, Ashley. I really appreciate it. I really love the club, man. I get to like sink my teeth into everyone's channels. It's the funnest thing ever for me.
Yeah, and I mean, I don't recommend or put people on this like Ashley stays in their lane unless they're like obsessed with their clients and obsessed with their client results. And Jamar, you are like obsessed in a way that is like, I'm like, damn, there's another email from Jamar reminding me to submit my metrics. Like, like he's on me. Like he has not. I have tried to forget about my YouTube channel. He has not forgotten that I have a YouTube channel. And
No.
it's so nice to have that type of support and accountability, and you're always running challenges, and just like the energy of inside of the club where people are, they're posting, they're celebrating that they just went live or they just posted their first YouTube video. Being in that type of container where everybody is committed to the same goal of launching a new YouTube channel, having a very specific outcome that you're all trying to achieve together, is a really great energy to be in. So if you're like looking to invest your marketing dollars and like marketing, strategist dollars, like this is absolutely one of the best places to be.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. So tell the people like how does a business owner know when they're ready? And is anybody like, would you say like, maybe you're not ready for YouTube if XYZ? I'm thinking about specifically, what if they don't have a freebie? Can they join the Low Lift Club? Can they start a YouTube channel? If they don't have a freebie, if they've never worked with any clients before, like who is too new to start a YouTube channel?
Great question. So if you the best type of person is going to be someone who already has an offer that they know sells. They just need more people to know about it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so if you are stuck in the messy middle of trying to figure out your offers or trying to figure out your ideal client, the club is not going to be the best option for you yet. If you do not have a lead magnet or a freebie, that's fine. We can work on that together because we actually work on that together. So even if you try to make it before, it may change while you're in the club, but that's okay too, right? So really, as long as you have an expertise and you have a solid offer that you know that if you put it in front of more people, that's all that you need, we're good because YouTube is going to help just kind of what is that phrase, just be the gasoline to the fire.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Yeah.
really what that is going to be. But you have to really know who you're talking to and what you want to sell.
Cool. Yeah, and a lot of people know that. Like you might think like you're like, "Oh, that's all I need." Yes, that's all you need. Jamar will help you with the opt-ins, with the descriptions, with what you should be saying to those people. But if you don't know if you want to talk to dog trainers or like ice cream shop owners, maybe figure that out first. But once you know that, then you're ready to start sharing. Like Jamar said, like it's the stuff is in your brain. People are looking for the answers inside of your brain, and like YouTube is the way for you to get it out there. And the Love Lift Club is like just absolutely the best place to set it up.
Yes, so join us, you guys.
Yay. Well, we'll have all the links. I'm so excited for everybody to start their YouTube channels. It's been so fun. You can literally go ahead, y'all. Go back because I'm gonna out myself. Sometimes you go on dates with people and sometimes they Google you. And if you have a YouTube channel, guess what? You show up. And they're like, "So, I saw your YouTube channel. Like, you've had a little bit of a glow up over the years." And I'm like,
Oh my
"What?"
God.
I'm like, "You're right, but like we don't have to go back into the depths." Like so
And he mentioned the glow up. Oh my God.
So just know that if you go on YouTube, you're gonna be discoverable by anyone. But it's there's actually a really cool, like, I'm actually proud to tell people when people ask me in my real world, like, what do you do? And I say, like, oh, like, I'm a systems and automations expert. And I basically, I'm like, yeah, kind of like a systems influencer. I have a YouTube channel. I have a podcast. They're like, oh, you have a YouTube channel, huh? And I'm like, yeah, like and subscribe. And it's just like, it's a fun. It really is. If you look at the most, the richest people in your industry, like the ones that are doing the most, the ones that are
Hmm.
making the most, that are making the millions, they got YouTube. And you look at, like, they are prioritizing YouTube. And if you go onto their Instagrams or their TikTok, they're repurposing a lot of the stuff that's on YouTube over to the other social media platforms. So that's
Hmm.
something to note and think about. It's like, who are the people that you feel are uber successful? They've probably got a YouTube channel going on. And so
Hmm.
they've got it for a reason.
They understand 100%. And so that is the thing that's putting people, that is separating us from them, is we're not getting hip to their visibility strategy. And so we're trying to keep the dopamine hits going and the quick wins going while they're seeing the long game. And
Yep.
so keep that in mind, you guys.
Yeah, it's almost like how, like, with super wealthy people, they understand investing when they're young. Like, you, like, those keys are passed down to them, and it's like, well,
Mhm.
like, man, I wish I knew about investing 20 years ago. It's kind of like, I wish I knew about YouTube and I'm committed to YouTube 10 years ago, because who knows where my business would be now. But the best place to start is now. So getting out of that, especially those ADHD business owners who, like, love the dopamine of creating a TikTok video and then getting the likes and getting the comments. If you start to kind of detach your fulfillment from
Mhm.
the social, like, from the social
Mhm.
media kind of hamster wheel, and really start to commit to YouTube in that way, you'll be so grateful to see kind of like the long-term benefits. So I hope that's my plug for YouTube, because I've really seen it, and I'm excited to be recommitting to YouTube in 2026, and I'm excited for those who are going to commit to it as well.
I love to see it.
Awesome. Well, Jamar, thank you so much for being here. He's on Threads, Yaps on Threads, Yaps on Instagram. Also has a YouTube channel, of course. And all the links will be below. And if y'all liked this, go ahead and drop a link or drop a note in the comments. If you have any questions for either of us, and we'll talk to y'all soon. I hope you liked this interview as much as I did. Just remember, the one thing you need to remember at YouTube in 2026: it doesn't need to go viral. You don't need daily videos. You don't even need weekly videos. You just need strategic videos that your future clients are already searching for, and a simple plan to get those up consistently. Thanks again to Jamar for hanging out with us and breaking all this down. If this episode lit a fire under you to finally treat YouTube like your primary marketing channel, your next step is super simple. Join Jamar's Low Lift Club. Use that link in the description below. It is an affiliate link, but I am a proud affiliate. He is just not only the best person when it comes to YouTube, but I'm a member in this program, and he also uses all of the Airtable systems that I teach to make this the best program in the industry. It is really the best. This is his program and community that helps you launch or revive your YouTube channel in about 90 days or less, with clear strategy, AI tools for scripting, real feedback on your metrics so you're not guessing. Like I said, I'm a member myself, and it's the only place I recommend if you want to get a YouTube channel up and running that actually is bringing you in clients. If you got value from this episode, be sure to hit like, subscribe for more interviews like this, for Ashley Stays in Her Lane and all the other fun Airtable stuff that we teach on this channel. And if you made it to the end, let us know what's one thing, like, actually, no, tell me when you're launching your channel. If you already have a YouTube channel, link it below. I'd love to check it out. But if you don't have one yet, let us know the date that you're launching it and kind of speak that out into the world. And I can't wait to cheer you on. All right, we'll see you in the next one. Thanks again for watching.